Dave, the legends of the past come back, sign autographs, and meet and greet fans, and we are thrilled to have Diamond Jim Gentile here tonight. Jim was part of the alumni series tonight. Now, we're going to talk about Jim's Orioles career, but Jim, I have to ask you about your debut. You debut in the big leagues for the Brooklyn Dodgers in September of 1957. Now, on September the 24th of that year, you started at first base. That was the last game the Dodgers played in Brooklyn at Ebbets Field, and you played in that game. What were your memories of that? I mean, what a historical game to have been a part of.
Well, it was quite a thrill. We played Pittsburgh, and, I thought there'd be more people there. We only had 6,000 people, because I think they were
mad.
They were upset. But it was good. Just another game. You know what I mean? For me, I don't want to say Alston didn't like me, but
but he didn't like you.
He didn't like me.
Well, listen to some of the names that appeared in that game. Gil Hodges, Pee Wee Reese, Roy Campanella, Don Zimmer played at shortstop, and on the Pirates you had Roberto Clemente and Bill Mazeroski. I mean, there were legends all over the field in that game.
It was a good game, and then I think it was in about the 6th inning they brought in Hodges and the rest of the guys to finish out the season there, And it was quite a thrill to be with that team, because they're all, like you say, they're all in the Hall of Fame. But, when you're a Humpty and you get to play, it's all right. But you never know. Just like my first game in the big leagues, I was sitting in my locker, and Reese came up to me and says, "Hey, you're playing." And I said, "No, I played with the Humpties. I'm not playing. I'm just up here." But we were playing the Phillies, and Robin Roberts was pitching. And 3rd inning, my second time up in the big leagues, we were tied 1-1, and it was 3-2. And I remember Snyder saying he doesn't like to walk anybody. And so I said, I'm looking fastball strictly. And I hit him in the upper deck.
Wow.
But, Jimmy, while you were humping it over here to Baltimore, what was it really like? I mean, you went from the big city, baseball was huge in New York at that time, and you come to the Baltimore Orioles. I kind of had that feeling, too, when I came here from New York at the same time, too, that, there wasn't as much hype. But Baltimore was such a great city to be involved with. I got my opportunity here, so did you.
Yes, I thank God every day for that. I should thank Paul Richards.
Well, he's close to God.
Yes, he was, absolutely. But he's the one that, he told me we had spring training. We had Bobby Boyd, we had Walt Dropo, we had John Powers, we had Boog Powell. We had 5 guys trying to make the first base, and I had a terrible spring, and I didn't think he was going to keep me, because Sparky Anderson called me up the night before they were going to make the cuts, and he said, would you play for me in Toronto? He said, the Dodgers are looking to bring back a first baseman. So I was all set to go to Toronto, and Richard just said, I think I'll give you a chance. I'll give you 120 times at bat. You hit, you stay. You don't hit, I'm sending you back.
All right, well, Jim, it's great to see you in that 1961 MVP voting, one of the closest ever. Unfortunately, you had to have the big year, the same year Roger Maris did, and he played in New York City.
That's a day late. I'm always a day late and $1 short. There's always something wrong. Something happened. I don't know why. Even when I went to go to Japan, for Pete's sake, I had to pay the Phillies $5,000 to get my release.
All right, there's Diamond Jim Gentile here today as part of the Orioles Alumni Series. Always enjoyed visiting with Jim as the Orioles get set to take on the Boston Red Sox here tonight. It's the finale.